So the first thing I think about being um irreplaceable is the mindset. Like what makes a person irreplaceable? Is it their outer appearance? No. Is it the way they treat you? Yes. Is it their mindset, the way they think, the way they process things, the way they react to things, etc. So I know for me, I try to stress, being that I'm a predominant male following platform, I try to just reiterate the fact that good women are not replaceable. What is good? What are good women? Women that are forgiving, women that do listen, women that they see you as on, you're on her team. She's not in competition with you. So, yeah, I stress that a lot to men, that a lot of men fumble the ball when it comes to good women. A lot of men fumble the ball. A lot of men, um, they're not ready. They're not ready. It's a lot of good women come to men in the wrong season. He hasn't matured yet. He hasn't seasoned yet. He hasn't found himself. He hasn't achieved whatever he wants to achieve. So absolutely, I agree with everyone, and everybody added a little value to the topic. But I definitely just want to reiterate that, fellas, and in comparison to good women, the true helpmates, the Proverbs 31 women, yeah, get yourself together so that you don't fumble. Because, yeah, exactly. All women are not replaceable.
Think JR is still working some kinks out real quick. Hank, you want to go ahead and spill on it, brother?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and tell the truth because I'm questioning some of these stories I'm hearing up here. I mean, let me hear out in these streets. Every lady's a dime piece. They that woman. So if you saying that, if that's the story you telling, then that let me know y'all are replaceable. Because I could replace with another dime piece out here, another top-notch woman, another a go-getter, a lead, a boss chick, a boss bitch. If that's what y'all want to call yourself sometime. Yeah, y'all dime a dozen. I can replace you easily, no problem. Shit. I walk outside, throw a rock. I got me one. But a man, they know, we all know some of us just ain't shit. We won't sit there and tell you we that, no. Most of them know we not shit. So a man like me is a dime plus 99. I'm hard to replace. You're not going to just replace Hink. It's going to be hard to find that hard working man, going to grind, get down and get his hands dirty, do what he need to do to make sure his family good. Make sure you're well taken care of in a bedroom and in the house and outside the home. You don't have to worry about safety and security because that big 6'3", 265-pound motherfucker going to knock a motherfucker out if he violate his home or his lady or his children. You just going to just replace that shit. You're not. So good luck trying to find another Hink because you ain't going to find it. But I'm blessing the woman who I'm blessed with. Matter of fact, I did some ring shopping last week. Shout out to the Black Friday sales. But with that said, I'm going to bless her with my last name. You understand what I'm saying? She realized what she has. She sees the leadership. She found me valuable enough to allow me to bless her. So now, the average, a good man, a great man, it's hard to replace. But I'm going based on you women. I'm not going to say all y'all women are dime. I know y'all not. But I'm going by what y'all tell me and what y'all share with these men. Yeah, y'all, I could just find you anywhere. So.
But that's why I was reiterating the mindset. A lot of women think that they're irreplaceable because of their bodies, because of their body their body shapes, because of their physique, because maybe she has long hair, maybe she has, a big bust, or she got some work done, or maybe that's her natural butt. That's what I'm saying. The true irreplaceability, if that's even a word, it comes with the mindset. When you have that mindset becomes golden. And that's why we are to renew our minds daily, so that our experiences that we go through daily does not corrupt the mindset. That mindset makes us irreplaceable. She might look better than me. Her booty might bounce better than mine. It might jiggle a little bit more. Her breast might sit a little bit high because, I had kids. Mine's kind of sag, Hers might kind of sit up. But guess what? Ro, I'm just being honest. But guess what? I'm irreplaceable because of who I am, the way I was raised. I was raised by my father, et cetera, et cetera. So I just wanted to reiterate that. You're absolutely right, Hink, but it's the mind that a man cannot replace in a woman.
All right.
You won't hear me, look, you won't hear me disagree with that, because some of y'all drive a man goddamn crazy, and you don't have to. Just sometimes you just be at peace, rest in your beauty and your femininity. But it's hard for some ladies to do that because it's just how it is sometimes. But with that being said, I definitely agree with what you just said right then and now. Because what's going on between the ears, that's very important. Look here, I tell guys all the time, take a scale down on the looks. If that means she's a 5 or a 6, take it. If she's going to bring you peace and she's not going to be a nag, a headache, a burden, she's not going to be a deficit. Oh, come on.
I was going to say, I also agree with what Men Are Not the Enemy was saying. I think thinking in an idealistic situation is that I think if most people, men and women alike, spent a lot of time on their own self-development, becoming the best individual that they can be for themselves, then in that mindset, then these are people that will come into your life that are irreplaceable, because each one is coming as a whole and bringing something that's individual and unique to them. Everybody is not the same. So if you are developing yourself and, have that unique thing that makes you you, no matter what relationship you're in, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, a husband-wife relationship, you as that individual is bringing something that that person will not be able to get anywhere else. So in that regard, people are irreplaceable when you've developed yourself to be the best that you can be and continue working on that. I think the problem is that a lot of us lack taking the time to do that self-development and building oneself to be the best that they can be, where we settle for mediocrity in terms of our own lives, not in terms of who we settle with, but in terms of self-growth. And I think in that regard, that's where the scarcity becomes finding somebody who's irreplaceable, because most people aren't doing the self-work.
Hey, Miss Tagan. No, go ahead, Precious. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask because, we talked about Hink and Men Are Not the Enemy talked about women, thinking that they're a dime and this and that. Well, you have a lot of women who think that their mind is right too. So my question is, how do you know your mind is right? Because you can say that your mind is right, but who is testing that? Like who is testing that theory that you have in your mind that your mind is right? We can do all the self-exploration that we want, but we're in isolation doing that most of the time. So when you come out of isolation, how are you testing that your mind is right?
I like that. I like that you asked that question. I'm sorry. I love that you asked that question, the real Precious, because I was thinking something very similar as I heard Men Are Not the Enemy talk. And one thing that I can say is we're all within a culture where most people are trying to think the same, trying to do the same things, trying to be like each other. And it's, we're tribal. Humans are very social, and it's scary to set yourself apart and think different and be different, and sometimes have to walk alone. And sometimes that might be the test. I step out and I'm not thinking like everybody else, and they're treating me differently because it is scary to do this. So that might be one of the ways that you test that out. If you are a, independent thinker and you don't fall for everything, I think that's one of the ways.